Now get ready for the power of Groove.AI. Become a member of Groove today. We'll groove all the way. Automate your marketing with the power of Groove.AI. Discover the secrets today. Groove.AI is starting now. Now get ready for the power of Groove.AI. Become a member of Groove today. We'll groove all the way. Automate your marketing with the power of Groove.AI. Discover the secrets today. Groove.AI is starting now.
Hey everyone, welcome again for another session of GA Live, and I'm Peter Moinero. I'm coming at you from New Zealand, and so if you're joining me live, just put a hashtag live, and if you're joining me for a replay later on, just put a hashtag replay. But in any case, let me know where you're from, where you're coming in from, whether it's morning, noon or night. You might be the day before. I'm actually on a Tuesday afternoon. We're just after lunch at the moment, and so where are you coming in from? So anyway, look, today is going to be about leveraging ChatGPT GPTs. Now, if you don't know what a GPT is, then I'm going to walk you through it and show you what GPTs can do. But pretty much in a nutshell, they are ChatGPT agents. Now, there are ChatGPT agents that they do, but you can also create your own GPTs as well. Groove.AI has their GPT agents as well, so that Mike and his team have created some really good GPTs that you can leverage on, especially if you're within the Groove.AI platform. If you're a backer, you're going to see that in your Groove.AI platform, and you can actually pin those GPTs into ChatGPT 4 so that you can use them in ChatGPT 4 as well. Now, if you're 3.5 ChatGPT, then you probably won't be able to use these, but ChatGPT 4 and up, and I believe there's a ChatGPT 5 coming out. So be exciting to know what that's all about. Just on that note, with the GPTs that you can actually get now, you can do like images. Obviously, that's been around for a while for ChatGPT 4, and it's even getting better now, being able to create images. You know, the competition's pretty tight out there. Claude 3 is making some big headway. It doesn't create images, but on the whole sort of like information-based type sort of scenario, Claude 3 is actually making some waves out there, but I think they all take roundabouts. And you know, like one month would be Claude 3, next would probably be Google Gemini, and then the next month will probably be ChatGPT again. So they all take a turnabout. I'm just going to say hello to a couple of people in the comments here. Tyra, thank you for being here. Thank you very much for your support. It's much appreciated. Nancy, you as well. thank you for being here. And I believe you're in Canada, Nancy. So welcome. So yeah, we're just going to go through leveraging some of the GPTs. Now, I've created my own GPTs as well within ChatGPT, which do specific jobs, and that's what these GPTs are all about. They do specific jobs for you. So if you want to write a story or you want to do storytelling, there's a GPT for that. If you want to create images, there's a GPT for that. DALL-E 2, I think it, or DALL-E 2 is one of the GPT agents in there. But there's quite a few. There's a lot to choose from. So I'm going to go touch on those just very shortly, and we're just going to go through one or two of the GPTs. One that you may be interested in is actually turning text into audio. Now, there are lots of platforms out there that actually can create audio. Generally, you have to actually pay for them, but you can get things like multiple types of voices, female, male, even children. You can also get, celebrity voices, robotic voices if you want to, but there's a whole range of different platforms out there, and they generally come with a subscription. The one I'm going to show you today is actually free, but the downside to that is that it's only one voice. And well, at this point it is. It'll probably get more, but one male voice. And the other thing is that you can also get voices that are in different accents, and the other thing is that with some of these subscription-based ones, you can get voices that speak in different languages as well. So whatever you put into whatever information or script that you put in to into its settings, then it'll speak that language in that accent as well. So really interesting. I mean, this whole AI is never ending. It just carries on and on and on. There's no real stop to it, in a sense that there's nothing that it can't do. And if it hasn't been done already, it will be done. And I can sort of bet your bottom dollar that it will be done in the near future. Some of us actually anticipated that even like making videos and movies with AI, using AI, was going to be sometime next year. But in fact, it's actually happening this year. And it actually happened really early in the piece of this year. So that just gives you an idea just how fast AI is evolving. And I guess, all the big platforms like the Google, like the Microsoft, like OpenAI, and even Amazon are jumping on the bandwagon. They're trying to come out with the next best thing when it comes to AI. So let me share my screen with you, and I'm going to just go through the ChatGPTs, a couple of ChatGPT tools actually, maybe three, but let's have a look and see how we go. All right, hopefully you can see my screen. Just give me a 1 if you can see my screen. If you can't, just give me 2. Actually, I mean, if you're hearing me loud and clear, even sort of let me know that you can hear me. And if you see my lips moving but no sounds coming out, then put a 2. You probably didn't hear that if you can't hear my audio. Anyway, look, I'm going to go through this. I'm going to increase my screen view here a wee bit so that maybe you guys can actually see better. Awesome, Todd. Thanks for putting the 1 in there. Thank you. All right, so we're in my account for ChatGPT 4 now. If you're like me, you have got a long list of tasks on the left-hand side here. In fact, I'm actually I'm probably lost as to what I've done in the past, and when I try and find something, it's literally impossible to actually find what I'm actually after. So I start my GPTs again, and my suggestion is try and put some titles on your GPTs. I've done a lot with these, but there are some I haven't done, and as you can see, a lot of it is around Groove card, e-commerce, and all that sort of thing. Anyway, that's not what we're covering today. Hi, Tyler, thanks for that. I see your page and I hear you. Thank you very much. So we're going to go into Explore GPT. Now, if you've got ChatGPT 4, which is a paid version, if you've got ChatGPT 4, then you should be able to see all the GPT agents that are in there. So I'm just going to go on to Explore GPTs on the side here. You can actually pin GPTs here as well. As you can see, I've got quite a few pinned there, and I've got all of Mike Filsame and his team's GPT agents in there as well. They are very, very handy. But like I leverage them a lot to do different things. So yeah, that just gives you some idea how valuable these things are. There are some of my own as well. I've actually created my own GPTs, but I'll go through that. But anyway, if you want to get to the explore the GPTs, we need to go to, let me just come down here. There we go. You need to click on the Explore GPTs. Now you'll come to this page. Now, if you haven't seen this before, then this is going to be a good lesson for you to follow. But if you have seen it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But right up the top here, you've got featured GPTs. All right, so these are the ones that are featured. If you click on them, there's generally a rating. Now, anything that's 4+ is actually really good. This one's at 3.4. This is Adobe Express. Now, I know with Adobe Express, it doesn't come free, and there's always a catch to Adobe. So you might start out as a free trial, but then they want you to pay a subscription. So a lot of us come here, come into the GPTs because we're not really looking for paid GPTs. We're looking for something that's free and that we can use that that can actually be productive for us. Here's another one here, Copilot. I think I've actually used this one. This has got a rating of 4.1. If you can see down here, it's got 5,000 plus have actually used this or are using it. And of course, it covers these, excuse me, like Python in terms of its coding. So the ratings are not too bad. All right. What else have we got here? Trending. Right for me, right tailored, engaging content with a focus on quality, relevance, and precise word count. I've actually used this one. It's pretty good. When you click on it, you'll see that it's a 4.2 star rating, and there's a 25K users, if you like. And what you can see here, we've got different prompts. So it would be something that you could actually use, but down, further down the track. But there are a ton of them in here. There are such a ton of them in here. Even Humanizer, Humanizer Pro, which actually makes your content, your AI content, more human-like, so that it can actually get through some of the AI detectors. Now, when you're talking about AI detectors, when sort of like AI became a real big thing last year, Google was right against actually allowing anything that was AI generated. They weren't going to. They were going to sort of put a strike against it. So if you had AI content that was on your websites, things like that, basically, it'll have its detectors. It'll figure out whether it's AI generated or not. There was kind of like a also things like making sure there was a plagiarism check as well. All those different types of things, and in the end, Google ended up jumping on the bandwagon and just say, hey, look, we didn't mean what we said the last time. We are going to allow AI to be part of it, because now they've joined the game, right? They've actually entered into the whole AI bandwagon. So, so it suits them. It suits them to, basically walk the talk. Okay, so we got logo creator. There's a few here. When you go to see more, you can cartoon yourself. More coding, and PDF AI, securely store and chat with all your PDFs free. I like free. We'll come down here. Now, these are ones that are actually by ChatGPT. So DALL-E, data analyst, creative writing coach, hot mods. I like this one. I'm pretty interested in this one here, which is Planty. Now, Planty, it's a plant care assistant. Ask me how to best take care of your plants. It's got no rating at the moment, so there's not enough ratings yet. So not many people are using it, but I know this has just come out recently. So give it a try. I mean, if you're into plants, hey, might be a good thing to actually to use. As we come down more, we've got Dali can sort of inspired, I guess, with these ones here. With in terms of creating logos, I've used this one before. Creating logos, I've used this one here. Photorealistic GP, that one's actually not too bad. Tattoo GPT, that's the first one I've seen. So, how many tattoo artists do you know? Have you got tattoos? You know, this may be something that you might be able to use to, you know, to create tattoos, designs, if you like. Okay, well, look, I'm not going to go through the whole lot here, but definitely is something that you need to walk through yourself. I think the research and analyst one would be a really good one to use, especially if you're doing research. Here's an interesting one: marketing, your expert mentor in advertising, guiding media professionals working at big 6 agencies. Well, you know, that's something that you definitely may want to look into, especially if you're into e-commerce or affiliate marketing. Definitely something that you need to look into. Web browser, I can browse the web to help you find information. Let me have just a quick look at this. The rating's pretty low. 3.6 is only 1 KP amount of users, so not something I will quickly use, but hey, who knows, I might try a little bit further down the track. But anyway, look, what I wanted to show you as well before I get on to the 2 GPTs that I'm going to go through today is this one here, my GPTs. Now, these are the ones that I've created. So I've created a few here. One that creates that connects with users with a business knowledge base. So have a conversation in terms of, like, it's a chatbot, right? So it will connect or engage with people that come to a website, and obviously, if you know enough about Groove.AI and what it does in terms of knowledge base, the knowledge of your business, having a chatbot on your website to answer any questions at any time that people or users might have, then you know, this is where it's going to go to in terms of you know, chatting with a chatbot. Now, the old version of chatbot was where you actually inputted all the types of information, and it was quite laborious. You couldn't input everything, so it was always about guiding them to actually take action or call to action to actually email you or call you. So really directing you. So it was designed to direct you, to direct the user to what you really wanted them to do, and that was to either connect with you or you connect with them. So you would often ask them for a good, you know, their best email address or their best mobile number, and that way then you can actually connect with them. But these days now, and you can tell them more information by connecting with them, but these days now people can actually get their information just from a chatbot, and you don't have to actually input all that information into the chatbot. It will actually just need to upload the knowledge of your business, so that when people do come to your website, they're going to come across the chatbot and they're going to ask the chatbot questions. And if you've noticed, Groove has done that with their help and support. When you in the Groove Digital support, they have a chatbot, and most of the questions can be answered there. Obviously, support questions is a little bit more complex. You do need to connect with support, but other than that, if you want to know the knowledge base of Groove, what it's capable of doing, what some of the applications are and all that, you can ask it there. Excuse me. All right, so that's one chatbot that I've done. I've done catchy domains, you know, to come up with creative catchy domains. probably just let me give you an idea what that is a little like. So this is where you can actually give it instructions, and you can change it from time to time too. If you needed to add more into the instructions, this is where you can actually do that. So I've got a set of instructions here that I give it, and I may want to, after sort of using it a while, I may want to actually tweak those instructions up a wee bit. There might be something I want to add to it, or there might be something that's new come out and I wanted to actually look into that. But that's pretty much the configuration of it. There are some conversation starters here that I've actually created, and sometimes it creates itself. It also creates its own catchy, catchy domains, but also creates its own catchy names as well as logo. So if you like the name and if you like the logo, you can just let it know that yes, that's great. I'll use those, and it will make sure that they put their logo and the name in there. Let me just go back to where we were. I'm gonna use this one. Okay. We'll just go back in here, and then I can test it over here. So generates catchy domains. I'm just going to say hi. I'm just going to kind of start it off. Excuse me. How can I assist you with domain names today? Looking for a name for a website that promotes dog accessories. And let's just see what it comes up with. Great, let's find a catchy domain, memorable domain name for your dog accessories. Would you like the name to have a global appeal, or is it more for a local audience? Additionally, do you have any specific words or themes you want to include in the name? Global would be good. Global will be good. And I guess the word dog somewhere in the name will be good too. You can see why it calls it, ChatGPT, because you're actually having a discussion with it. Okay, so we've got a few names here. We've got dogdazzle.com, Pup Prestige, Dog Delight Global, Global Paw Gear, Paws Planet. I actually quite like that one. Paws Planet, Dog Trend. Let me just check that one. Yeah, you probably want to fact check some of these too as well, just in case. Just in case they're being used. And okay, so this domain is actually for sale, so it's not been used. So, but $995. Yeah, that'd be about right, because of the fact that it's actually quite a good domain name. Pup Parade, Canine Craze. So you get the message, right? So you can ask it for more. Oh, here you go. Would you like me to check? Funny thing is, I've forgotten what type of instructions I've actually given my GPT. So it was a bit of a nice surprise when it asked you to check for availability and pricing. Now, I recall I did actually prompt it to ask that. So I'm just going to go yes. And hopefully it'll come up with all the pricing and availability. All right, so Karen is #live. Nancy is #live. Tyler's #live. It appears I'm unable to retrieve the current pricing and availability for the domain from, and would you like to try another domain from the list? Yes, I'm just going to go yes. Tyra, there are so many awesome, amazing tools to assist us in building our businesses along with maintaining. Exactly. Okay, so we've got one here. However, based on the price, pupprestige.com on Namecheap or GoDaddy, couldn't find a specific price for those. on those two sites. However, based on the general pricing and information available from Namecheap, you can expect to pay anywhere from 98 cents to 69.98 for domain. All right, so if you come onto these things here, these are like links here. If you come onto these links here, and they're both for Namecheap, and you jump onto that, and it'll take you to Namecheap. So we're just going to put that domain into Namecheap, and paste, and let's just see what we get. All right, it's taking a little bit longer. Okay, well, it is actually taken, well, it says you can make an offer, but, anyway, so you really need to check the information that it gives you first before you jump into it, but generally, you just keep asking it for more domains. Sometimes it'll get a little sidetracked. It'll go off the narrative, and you really got to restart another conversation sometimes to actually get it back to sort of reset itself. But that was one of my domains. However, the one I really wanted to show you was actually within some of the domains that ChatGPT actually recommended and Explore GPTs. And I'm just going to put in here voice, because this one is a voice one. And this one here, it's called AI Voice Generator Text to Speech. Now I'm going to bring that up. It's got a rating of 4 stars, so it's okay. There's only 400 plus people using it. So this is like when I actually came across it, I didn't even know that it existed. And so I've used it quite a bit since then, and I tell you what, it actually does a really good job of talking through a script. So a script that I give it. So, and I'm going to show you that very shortly. But so that's probably why the amount of people that are actually using it is very low, considering this is in a global audience. It's very low. But it is a really, really good text-to-voice resource, if you like, or tool. So I'm going to start a chat. Okay. Now there's a couple of things I can ask it. What can this GPT do? Generate a pleasant bedtime story audio. Create an exciting startup pitch for I can't see, for space something. Create an inspirational speech for sales something. So I'm not sure what the rest of those text says, but let's just see what it does. Okay, I know what it does, but let's just see what it can do. What else it can do? I can create audio files based on text you provide. You can give me a script or any text, and I will convert it into spoken audio. Just let me know what you'd like to hear. All right, so I actually have got something really prepared for this. I'm going to just copy and paste. In fact, this is actually Mike Filsane's introduction into Groove.AI. I'm just going to paste it all in there. I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, I'm actually going to put this. I'm going to get this one. Get rid of that. We don't really need that in there. We probably won't listen to the whole script, but all right. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to paste everything in there, and I'm just going to go enter. Seems to have a low rating. Oh no, there's no rating. And I'm just going to go yes. Now, I actually don't know if the audio is going to work on this. I know I had trouble the last time. And so what I suggest is if you can't hear this, and I'm hoping you can, by the way, I may have to just play around with things. But let me just do this first. Confirm. Going to see. To share audio, share a tab or screen instead. Okay. All right. All right, my audio is ready. Now I'm just going to try something here. It actually doesn't give me an option of a tab. Not sure why. Or screen. Okay. Let me just try a screen. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. And I'm gonna share a screen. All right. Okay. All right. Let me just see. Your audio is ready. You can listen to it and download it from this link. So I'm just gonna click this link. Let me just pause that for a sec. I'm wondering if anyone comments. Here we go. Put a 1 if you can hear it. Right, I'm just going to check in the comments, but can anybody hear that audio? Did anybody hear it? So put a 1 if you have. Put a 2 if you can't. Very, very low. Okay. Very low. Wow, I've got my volume way up. Let me just check this. Karen, no. Try it very, very low. Okay, so I'm not playing it at the moment, but let me just try again. I'm trying to actually see if I can sort out these volume issues. That one's not it either. Okay, I'm going to try it again and see what you. Right, I might just try something different. Let me just stop share for a sec. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go into my audio settings in here. Audio. Communication. Oh, did anybody hear that? So, Karen, that's a 2 for a no. That was actually in the StreamYard settings. A little hard to hear. Yeah, okay. All right, so let me just get back to what I was presenting, and then we may actually have to move on from that. But it's a great audio, script to audio tool. But like I said, the downside is that it actually it's only one voice. So yeah, you only get one voice. But it's called AI Voice Generator. So check it out on ChatGPT. Give it a go, and and you can actually download it. So you can download the audio. So if you've got let's just say if you've done a video that has a script, all right, and you want a voiceover for that video, then give this a go. It may be it may actually be suffice for what you need it for. I must have missed it. Yeah, better than last time. Still can't understand what is being said. White noise. Can you guys actually hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear? Oh, no crystal on at the moment. Not that I not that no, I haven't got my crystal mic on. Well, I better check just in case. But no. Yeah, all good. All right. So look, that was the AI voice generator. Give it a go. It's really quite cool. I've actually used it a few times for different scripts, and it works really, really well. And it's free. That's the main thing. It's free. There are some out there that actually cost something like about $20 US, sometimes $39.99. So they can get quite expensive after a while. If you're not using it as much, then then it will be something that you have to either use a lot or maybe just think about getting something that's free, like this one here for now, until you get more use out of text to voice. So that was the one that I wanted to cover on that. There was a couple of others, or there was one other. I'm going to go back to the GPTs again. Go back to explore. Oh yes, now I remember. So even if you wanted to sort of like, if you're looking at maybe losing weight or you want to get back into a healthy routine again, this one might be actually quite a good one to look at. And I think lifestyle. This one here, Gym Streak Workout Creator. Now, if I click on that one there, it's got a 4.5 rating, so there's plenty of people actually using it. I'm just going to start the chat. What I really found with this one there, it's got actually some good little prompts here. One is suggest a 30-minute leg workout. I don't know if you've ever been to the gym before, but people hate doing leg day. It's one of the most sort of uninspiring exercises you can do in a gym. But like, I mean, if you're really into the gym, then leg day is a really big deal. But when you're actually just going on a sort of a casual, or maybe just a few days a week, leg day can be a little bit of a boring one to do. Anyway, so there's a 30-minute leg workout. Create a weekly fitness routine. Devise a plan with dumbbells. I would say that would probably be more so for home use, so home gym. We'll create a gym weight loss plan. Now let's try this one here. So let's just say, because really, okay, running doesn't actually just help you lose weight. You still need to use the gym. What the gym does, it gives you that strength in your legs to enhance your running, so that your muscles don't, I guess, sort of let you down, if you like. But I've noticed there's a difference when you actually do running and you do the gym. If you're getting too bulky when it comes to doing the gym, then maybe running is something that a secondary thing. But I've noticed in the past when I've done the gym and I've done the running, it complements each other because it does actually help your running, especially if if you're doing a marathon, a half marathon, which I did a while ago, but it did actually help. So anyway, aside from that, let's just carry on with this. To create an effective gym weight loss plan, I need to understand your current fitness level, how many days a week you can commit to the gym, and the types of equipment you have access to. Could you please provide this information? Additionally, it would be helpful to know if you have any specific preferences or restrictions. Okay, so I'm going to put, I don't go to the gym. And then I'm going to put, I'm just going to press down on Shift and Enter, and then I'm going to go to the next line, and I'm going to go, I have no exercise equipment. Let's just see how good this really is. At home. And could you please, okay, have access to, and I can commit. I can. I'm just going to put commit 3 days for exercise. I'm not going to put gym because I want to see if it can come up with something, an alternative for gym. In fact, I might even prompt it. And then I'm going to put in here, can I train from home? All right, let's see what it comes up with. Absolutely, you can effectively train from home with no equipment and still achieve weight loss goals based on your availability of 3 days per week. I recommend a full body workout routine to maximize calorie burn and promote fat loss. Here's a plan you can follow. Okay, so body weight squats. Was a Tyra, I quit going to the gym after COVID. My daughter has an exercise room with various equipment. Oh, very cool. I actually have a gym. I have a full-blown sort of multi-gym, and I have a treadmill. I used to have my gym used to be completely taking over my whole sort of. I had an outdoor studio, if you like, and I used to have the whole thing was just a gym, but with the multi-gym, it's cut down in size now, so which is really good. But yeah, I have a gym, so there's no excuse why I can't do this. But anyway, look, the thing is that if you don't actually have a gym, if you don't have any exercise machine, then these are some of the things that you can actually do using your own body weight. And so this is what this explains, you know, body weight squats, just really free squats, freestanding squats. That's all that is, with no weights on. You can use bands too, by the way, in terms of squats. Push-ups, planks, lunges, glute bridge, burpees, mountain climbers. Those are really tough. Rest and recovery. You can see that it's got a huge beneficial sort of exercises here, which you could actually do from home. It does actually have its own app, but I would say that would be a subscription-based app. But what is given here so far, I think, is good information. So if you're just starting out, then that would be good. Okay, let me just have a look at some of these conversations in here. Rocket growth strategies in digital marketing. It would be great if Groove.AI could create some GPTs for helping create POD print designs. Yeah. T-shirts, tumblers, hoodies. Yeah, actually, while we're on that subject, I have been using AI, but obviously there's nothing in the Groove.AI just yet, and that will probably come. That's what the whole refactoring the platform was all about. About a month or so ago, it was about preparing the platform to be integrated with AI. Groove.AI is then going to move into the same platform as the rest of the Groove applications that we have, and that way then it's not going to be on its own independent platform, which will make it easier to implement things. So yeah, it's pretty. I'm looking forward to it. There's some exciting stuff coming along for Groove.AI, but I have been able to sort of like do those sort of images and all that sort of thing, in terms of creating designs for t-shirts, if you like. It does actually, I guess at this point, you're going to have to use your own creativity in terms of creating designs. But the thing about that is that it does actually get those creative juices flowing when you're in the zone. And I'll show you a little example of what I've actually been working on lately in terms of t-shirt designs. But you're right. Bodyweight exercises are the best from my point of view. Yeah, bodyweight exercises are the best in a lot of ways. They can, using your own body weight is probably the best way to train. And if you haven't got a gym, or if you don't have any access to exercise machines, or even access to a gym membership, then body weight is definitely something that you can do. The key part is the motivation. All right, motivation. And one of the things you can actually put in here, let's just say, if I wanted to say, can you suggest any motivational music? Certainly. Okay, Lady Gaga, up. You could even ask if there's anything, any albums or tracks, any albums, say on Spotify. I actually use motivational tracks on Spotify to actually to help me train. It gets me in the zone, so that I'm not actually sort of just left to my thoughts, if you like. But sometimes it does actually, it is actually quite good just to sort of like not have any music or anything in your ear while you're training. It gives you also time to think about things that it's kind of therapy in a lot of ways. But I do find when you're first starting out to train, is get if you're on Spotify, get something that's motivational. There's some really good ones out there, and they really get you going. Okay, I agree. Motivation is key, as well as mindset. Yes. Rocket growth strategies and digital marketing, says chair yoga. You know what? That is a thing. It is a thing. Yeah, it's amazing. Even like dog yoga. I don't know if you heard of that. How to do different exercises for your dog. Obviously, you're going to be helping it, but to stretch its legs and stuff like that. You got to be careful when stretching a dog's leg. You don't want to splay them outwards. You can actually kill them by doing that. Yeah, just different exercises with your pet dog. And believe me, there's a few people that are doing that. And it's funny, that you should bring that up, Rocket, because chair yoga, I have actually been kind of like obsessed with yoga and Pilates these days in terms of a topic, if you like, and even an e-commerce type of site as well. So yoga just keeps popping up all the time. Chair yoga is more for seniors. Yeah, we a lot of people sit at their desk these days, so maybe doing a bit of yoga at your desk is actually not a bad thing, no matter what age you are. All right, so look, that's a little bit of I guess a run through on one of the other apps as well. As you know, there are plenty there, and I do encourage you, maybe we'll do it in another session, but I do encourage you to actually start creating your own GPTs. I've created quite a few. This one here is actually a really good one. I'm quite proud of this one actually, because it really does the job really well. And it's a SEO alt text creator. So it's creating a description about an image so that you can put it into your alternative text space where you need to put information about the image for Google. And we all know what that's for. That's to also help people who are vision impaired to actually, when they're going over the website, that they can actually hear what the image is about, how it describes it. And I don't know about you, but myself, I've had lots of times where I just got stuck for words of what I can actually say about an image, and generally I just put something that's really quite just simple and basic, and really probably doesn't give a lot of detail about the image. This is a machine that actually, a tool that actually does that. And so let me just show you. Okay, I'm just going to show you. Let me click on there. Okay, so it tells me to upload an image for SEO friendly alternative text. I programmed this image, I configured it, so I've told it to make sure that it's SEO friendly as well, with the text that it puts in there. Okay, so I'm just going to find an image. Michelle, I'll get to your question very shortly, but don't worry, Groove Card is still there. It's still available. Okay, so don't have to worry about that. All right, I'm going to find an image. Let me just find an image here. Okay, let's just see how good this is. All right, recently I went over to, well, not recently, last year I went over to Malaysia, and some of the photos I took, I'm going to put one of them up here. All right, so there you go. This is a photo of Batu Caves. I'm just going to give it to chat, and it's going to come up. It probably recognizes the image. There you go, Batu Caves. So here's the alternative text. Giant golden statue of a Hindu deity holding a spear at the Batu Caves entrance with colorful steps and visitors in the background. This is, okay, so this is an old text optimized for SEO. Okay, cool. So that's a fairly short one. Let's try another one. I want to get something that sort of catches emotion or expression. And this one here. All right, so she looks frustrated. She looks stressed. This stressed young woman with glasses looking at a laptop with a pained expression, sitting at a wooden table with a coffee cup in a dimly lit cafe. All right, so these are the types of things that you can actually put into your alternative text when you actually add an image to your website, and it's really important that you do that, especially for Google ranking. Have alternative text for all your images, and the better explained description for that image, the more, I guess the more that it benefits your SEO or your on-page SEO. All right, let's just get to some of these questions. All right, so Michelle, so what is Groove.AI in general? Groove.AI is a separate company, if you like, of Groove Digital. So you have Groove.cm, which is the one that we've all been used to, where we can, where we've got Groove Pages and Groove Card and so on and so on. Groove.ai is actually the AI side of Groove, if you like, but it is a separate platform. So they're two separate businesses. They're not inclusive of if you're a lifetime member of Groove.cm, because they are separate businesses. However, if you did become a backer last year, then you do actually get Groove.ai for life. And some of the benefits with the Groove.ai is that it's kind of like ChatGPT and a few other types of AI, I guess, resources or tools rolled into one. There's more to come with Groove.ai. There's a lot more that they're going to be implementing into it, and but it can also help with things like such as say, for instance, if you're doing a business website and you want to upload all the knowledge about your business to Groove.ai, then you can put a chatbot in there onto your website, which will be able to serve up information when people come to your website and they ask questions. So say, for instance, can you tell me what your business is about? Well, because it already has a knowledge of your business, it's going to actually serve up that information in real fast time, and so that your users will get the benefit of getting information straight away, rather than waiting maybe till business hours to ring you, or waiting for an answer from an email or things like that. As far as support goes, that also dependent on what type of information you feed it in terms of the knowledge of your business. So, but you can at various stages, if you want to, just keep adding information about your business to Groove.AI, so that you're always feeding it like information. You're always feeding it new updates, things like that. So and that's what makes it really cool, because as I was mentioning before, you may not have been on, Michelle, but I was mentioning before that sometimes well, in the past we used to actually just use a chatbot sequence type sort of a scenario, where you literally manually inputted everything into it. So it was actually pretty tedious, laborious, but with AI now, that just makes it so fast. And as you can see here, that's a bot. As you can see here, what it's done here in terms of AI, it's just explained an image probably far more better than I would have, and made good sense of what the image is about. And it makes my time a lot more streamlined, because sometimes I could sit there for a good 10 minutes just thinking about what I'm going to say about that image, where this just does it in seconds. But those types of things are going to be available, or are available. You can actually do alternative text in Groove.ai at the moment, but those things are going to be implemented. Can we upload data from a Google Sheet for a chatbot sequence? So what you do with that, you can, but probably the best suggestion is that you copy everything on the Google Sheets, and then you put it into a text file, which is like a notepad text file, and then you upload it like that. And you can upload, and like I said, you can upload at various stages. It doesn't all have to be all at once. That's a bot. What's a bot? Are you talking about the image, or the one tool I'm using, or not sure what you mean? But yeah, in a nutshell, yes, you can upload text information. Google Sheets. So we're talking about like an Excel sheet, the one you were using. Yeah, it's a GPT. Or an agent, GPT agent is what I've used, and this is my own one. This is one I've created to actually do a specific task, Michelle. So and that's what I've programmed it to do, is to read an image that I upload and describe the image, so that I can use that as the alternative text, because that's one thing we all get stuck on a lot of the times, especially when the image is actually got a lot more going on in it. Okay. All right, look, I'm going to leave it there, because I think we've covered enough when it comes to GPT agents. Maybe within the next few sessions, I might do cover about how to actually create your own GPT. If you're on a paid membership with ChatGPT, then I might be able to actually go through it with you guys and show you how to do a GPT of your own. Okay, so we can create our own bots, says Michelle. Yes, or do we integrate other open AI information? No, if you're in the ChatGPT here, okay, all you got to do is go explore GPTs, and you can click on create. And literally what you do, and I'm just going to go for this quickly. I'm going to go onto the create bit. It says here, hi, I'll help you build a new GPT. You can say something like, make a creative who helps generate visuals for new products, okay? Or make a software engineer who helps format my code. What would you like to make? I would like to make a educator who educates about health. And let's just see what it comes up with. So it's going through all these stages. And this, I said I was going to do this in probably in another session, but we'll just do this bit here. It gives you some idea what you're looking at. So it's doing all its thinking and behind the scenes, and it's coming up with all this different stuff that it can actually implement into the chatbot. Now it's not all going to be immediately probably usable. There might be a few things that you're going to have to tweak and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, is this Groove or the new chatbot, ChatGPT? So this is ChatGPT 4. I'm in ChatGPT 4, not in Groove. All right, so to create a GPT at the moment, you have to be a subscribed member of ChatGPT 4. All right, so you can see now it's actually just about finished, and in a few seconds we'll just literally quickly go through what it's just done or what it's about to do. But this is how it starts, right? This is how you kick it off. And so you might as well say this is at the beginning, the building blocks of creating a GPT. There may be, it may take you a few days to refine it or to work on it more or to add more to it. But that's the most exciting thing, because every time that you try it out and test it, you'll find something that you need to put in or add, or just things like that. Let's give your GPT a name. How about health educator? Would that work for you? I'll just go yes. All right, so it's updating. I'm picking up what you're laying down, says Michelle. Awesome. That's good. It's fairly easy to use, and if you spend enough time on ChatGPT, you'll get to know how to ask the questions. But literally, you're just having a chat with it. It's like you're the person. Like, say for instance, you're the employer, and one of your employees is a designer, and you want them to create a piece of software that's going to do such and such, right? Kind of like a Steve Jobs and his counterpart Steve Wozniak, I think it was his name was, and the other Steve was the actual creator or the designer or the I guess the person that created the Apple Mac. It's Steve just had all the ideas, and this is how this works. You've got all the ideas, you just need it to be implemented or created. And so here's the profile picture we generated for health educator. Do you like it, or would you like changes? I like it. I'm just going to put I like it. And so now what it's going to do, it's going to actually do a whole range of things to actually create some instructions of how it should work. And to start, what kind of information guys should it prioritize when educating users about health? Okay, now I'm getting a little bit, it's starting to turn into something that's bigger than I wanted it to be. What kind of information and guidance? Okay, just health information and known medical advice or information should be used. I'm trying to actually get it to do everything on its own, because I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm out of my depth when it comes to this sort of thing. I'm not a doctor or anything like that. So I just wanted to I wanted to figure it out for itself. Okay, let's consider the health educator should handle questions that are beyond general advice, like personal medical advice. No, always recommend that they see their doctor. there, doctor. If yeah, see there, doctor. There we go. Okay, hopefully I'm going to be finished soon. This is so much easier than from when we had to build it on OpenAI from scratch back in January. Yeah, a lot has changed since then, Michelle. We are streaks ahead of, January 2023 may as well be about 10 years ago. That's pretty much how it sort of goes down. Now, how would you like to have your talk? Should it be professional? Professional. All right, it's asking me too many questions. I wasn't actually wanting to be on here this long, but hopefully this is probably the last, and it'll just create something. So while it's doing that, I want to just go through a few things. Okay, if you're not sure what's happening in the whole sort of like Groove world, come to or go to Groove.cm /resources. Okay, and there you will be able to connect with the calendar. So if we click on here, it's right at the top, the Groove events calendar. Click on there, and you will see a few things that are happening. Next week, by the way, is our 5-day challenge, and that will be hosted by Nick Lacani. Now, the 5-day challenge, if you're not sure what that is, we an hour a day for 5 days. We cover a particular application, Groove application, and we go through it. Now, the next one, I'm not entirely sure what the next one is going to be. Maybe someone in the chat group like Karen can actually just poke it in there and let us know. But that's going to be on next week. Starts on the 8th, Monday the 8th, GMT. Now that could change. I did get a heads up that the time slot might change. So just come back to the calendar at some stage, and all the information will be updated. So don't take this as concrete just yet, because I think the time may change. And then you may also see what the challenge is going to be. We regularly have our Groove coaching sessions on Tuesdays, and now we've got an additional coaching session on Wednesdays. Now this is all in GMT +8, quite a lump of time. So you need to be able to convert it back into your time. You can easily do that by simply going up to here, the hamburger style menu thing, drop down menu, and then just change the time zone. All right, change it to what your time zone is. And that way then you'll know exactly what time these things are going to be on. So the Groove coachings, we're going to have 2 of those now per week. Nick's going to be doing the second one. We also have what's coming up is Simon Leong's Make Your First Dollar Online. More information will be coming up for that in terms of was it link URL for the actual sign up and all that. Actually, I just skipped the weekend, this weekend coming, which is Connect, Communicate, and Conquer. This is with JJ. Now, JJ is he has been a radio DJ. I think it was about 15 years ago in Malaysia. He's also been an actor. He's also been a podcaster, and so JJ has done a lot. And if there's one thing he knows about is communication and how to connect with people. Definitely something that you want to latch onto if you're maybe looking at I guess 10x in your business. You want to be able to have that conversation with business people or local businesses to be able to secure contracts or things like that, or even if you're just getting in front, if you have to get it up in front of people to speak. JJ definitely has a lot of skills that he can offer, and I've been lucky to be part of his training and over various times, and he's given me a lot of advice, which also helps me. And I'm still in my own journey at the moment, but definitely someone that you would like to learn from, if that's what you want to get into. So that's actually coming up this weekend. All right, time goes just so fast, to be quite honest. Then obviously the following week I've just covered, but we also have the Power Hours, which is hosted by Tyra. Tyra's in our comments there, and she has those twice a week, and that's a Wednesday and a Friday at GMT +8 time, which is around about 8 a.m. GMT +8. We have the GA Lives. Now that is like what I'm doing now. That's not my time slot. That's going to be Nick's time slot. So from this day forward, it will be every second week that I will be doing mine, and Nick will be doing his on every other week. So his next week will be at on a Thursday. So I won't have mine that week. So every second week. Also, as well, I have my GLU on Thursday next week, which I go over Groove.AI. So, just if you want to learn a little bit more about Groove.AI and what it does and things like that. I have done my own event last week, 2-day event, sorry, 1-day event on Groove.AI. It was kind of a Groove.AI workshop, and we had a few people join that. And like I said, make your first dollar online. Oh, also too as well, we have Karen's GLU on a Friday, and Karen has some very, very interesting topics. And not all of it is about AI. There's some about business. Your approach to business, or the positive mentality, all those sorts of things. So very interesting topics that she has. And then we have on the Sunday GMT +8 time is Internet Marketing Insider Secrets, and that will be by Ching Yu and Simon Leong, I think. So, but keep an eye out for that information. But come to the calendar and you can check on this anytime you want. So we've got a lot going on, actually, and I'm probably not going to go over the rest of the month, but as you can see, there's a few more orange things here that we've got on. We've got like the Master Resilience in the face of trauma. We've got, that's a 2-day, looks like it's for 2 days. Then we've got AI Fundamentals, and we've got Mastermind Retreat Preview. Actually, I want to talk to you about the Mastermind Retreat Preview. So with the Mastermind, we're having a Mastermind Retreat, a Summit Mastermind Retreat, and it's similar to what we had last year in Malaysia. We had it twice last year, one in Langkawi Island, and one in Port Dickson in Malaysia. This year it's going to be in Japan, and it's going to be in November. So make sure you come on that if you want to know a little bit more about it. Okay. It's an awesome. I guess it's, for me, it did a lot for my business and for where I was heading in my business, and to be able to meet people from our community at these retreats is just next level. Seeing them online is one thing, but actually meeting them in person is another thing. So, and you get to find out that they actually have legs. So just a little joke, but yeah, it's really it's one of those things that you must come along to if you're actually serious about your business. You want to take it further, you want to take it to new heights. You also want to meet some of the people that you in the Groove community or Groove Asia community. Come along. That's one of these things that we really pride ourselves on, that it actually makes a huge amount of difference when you get to meet people in person, and you really want to catapult your business. So if you want to know more about that, here's the link here. Click on that and register. I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I think I've done a bit over time, but I'm going to have a look at some of the comments in here. Golden Ring Properties, is there a trial version? A trial version for Groove.AI? Is that what you're asking about? Just put in the chat if that's what you're asking about. Okay. All right. So, no, There is no trial version for the Groove.AI at this stage. Yeah, and I'm not even sure if it's still open, if the backup program is still open. It may be just subscription based after that, but don't hold me to account on that. On that, and what I've just said, you should actually contact Groove support, okay, and ask them just to make sure. That will clarify your question, and that way then you'll know. Because there is the Groove.AI, and then there's also the Groove.AI white label, and not to confuse you, but that is a different thing again in terms of Groove.AI. But if you've got Groove.AI, then you can get the Groove.AI white label. And if you want to know more about that, just talk to support, or I think I'm not too sure whether or not it's still open. I think it may be still open, but yeah, it may not make any sense on a couple of levels. If you don't have Groove.AI backup, no sense getting the Groove.AI white label. And if you're, say for instance, if you're not an agency, or someone who's actually sort of, whether you do it on your own, or whether you do it with a group of people or staff, in terms of an agency where you do build websites and help people find solutions for, like, say for instance, for email marketing and things like that, kind of like all that in a nutshell. It's not something, if you're not that, then it's not something that you should be doing, because it does actually have a financial commitment on the monthly basis. But like I said, you want to find out more about it, just ask support, and then they will let you know. Lots of different programs. I put money in as a backer of Groove.ai, but it's not just there for me yet. It's not just there for me yet, but I'll check. Okay, so the white, if you're talking about the Groove.ai white label, unless you signed up for it, Michelle, you probably won't see it in there. Okay, you have to be signed up for that. That's a separate program again to the Groove.ai. And as I just mentioned before, it's really ideal for people who are actually marketing agencies, or agencies that actually build sites, all those sorts of things, because you really need to hit the ground running. So you really need to know what you're doing with the white label side of it. The other thing is what's coming in, which may interest you, okay, is the Groove.cm white label. And I think we've all been kind of waiting for this one, because this then will also now be able to have access levels for clients and team members and VAs, staff, all that sort of thing. So that will be coming in. Now, Mike wasn't he didn't give an accurate date or a final date, but either from July, September, could even head into October before that becomes available. But it's coming, so which is really cool. I think the whole thing that we should know is that the Groove team did a huge upgrade on the Groove.cm platform recently, and it identified a lot of bugs at that stage too as well, things that were actually literally wrong with the platform prior to that. So they were able to fix those, and they're still fixing some bugs as well. But it's all about actually getting the platform prepared for AI implementation. And this is where it's going to be a game changer for literally everybody. In terms of if you're Groove.ai backer, things that you'll be able to do a lot more quicker in terms of like building sales funnels, landing pages, all those sorts of things. All right, Michelle, just have put a Frankenstein system of AI tools for my business and can't switch over as yet, as I'm teaching a few different AI tools like programming for sales and such. Okay, cool. And lastly, look forward to it. Thanks. Have a great night, from Michelle. Look, thank you on that note, Michelle. Thank you for that. And everybody else, wherever you are, have a great morning, have a great afternoon, or have a great evening. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Oh, sorry, week after on GA Live. Nick is on next week, by the way.